Whoa, crazy world. But we're talking about the 5 worst foods today.
5 worst foods.
Not sure.
Now, we didn't talk about what makes them worst. What makes them worst on your list? Mine is taste.
Mine is probably taste and texture.
Okay.
I'm a big texture fan.
Okay, so these aren't the 5 worst foods for your health. These are the 5 worst foods for your tongue, basically.
Wait, are we picking the 5 most unhealthy foods?
No, mine's the 5 worst foods based on taste.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If we do that, it's a whole different thing. No, it's just So taste or texture or just the 5 worst.
5.
Whatever.
We really don't want to eat these foods.
Like, not only will we don't want to, I don't think I will eat them anymore.
Right.
When you were a kid, you had no choice. You had to eat it because you were pretty much a prisoner in your house. But when you're an adult, I'm not eating that. I'm just not going to eat it. Like, what are you going to do?
Is your list like the 5 worst foods that your mother served you growing up? That you? No. Actually,
okay. No.
Okay.
My 5 worst foods are the foods that over time I've developed, and like it's just not worth eating.
Was there something that your family would eat regularly that you just hated? I can't think of anything like that.
Most of it. My mom made this. Made a medley of like.
I don't like the sound of that medley.
It was zucchini and like squash, and she would just like cut them up and then put them in a bowl or whatever, or a pan, and saute them.
See, now I would love to eat that now.
Yeah, I would eat that now, but it wasn't. The texture was always kind of soft and mushy.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, if you don't cook it
never.
Right.
Yeah, it was never a pleasant experience, and like God bless her.
It sounds like she was cooking that in like a nonstick pan. You can't do that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it doesn't get any. It doesn't get any. You got to get a little bit of like a burned edge or a crisp or something to it.
Yeah, I don't really remember cooking much. Like when I was a kid, I remember eating food with my family. I remember having dinners, but I don't remember much cooking involved. It was probably like some microwave meals or just opening a can and putting in a pot. I mean, they were working and stuff all the time. So, but that changed when we got older. When we started eating more sophisticated, better. I think that's the story for everybody, right? Like we ate poorly back in the day, and now we eat a lot better now. Like you eat better now than you did when you were a kid.
Absolutely.
And your kids eat way better than you did.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. My kids are a special case. I don't know what went wrong with their palates, but they're jacked up. We'll say that. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is cucumbers.
What? I love cucumbers, man.
I won't eat them.
What is it about a cucumber?
The smell mostly. They stink. They're absolutely disgusting. Cucumbers are nasty.
Do you eat pickles?
No.
Oh my God.
I refuse to eat pickles.
That's like half of my diet right there. Cucumbers and pickles.
Pickles are nasty, man. They're actually disgusting.
Extra pickles, please.
I've never liked pickles ever in my entire life. I've never liked the taste of pickles. And like one of the worst things that ever happens to me as a person is when I order a hamburger and I get it, but I say no pickles, but then I take a bite and there's pickles on it. Like that makes me want to start like throwing things. Because I was like, I don't want that. I didn't want it. So most times when I get a hamburger, I open it up to see if there's any pickles. Like I'm like, okay,
wow.
Because everybody puts pickles on hamburgers and
they're delicious. That's why.
No, that's a disgusting taste. It's nasty. I do not understand people's love of pickles. I don't get it. And like
when I was growing up, we had a grapevine in our yard, and my mother would make canned grape leaf pickles. They were so good, good. There's different grape leaf pickles. So you put grape leaves in the jar with the pickles.
Oh.
Before you pour like the hot brine into it, and then you leave it for like a year, and then you eat them, and it's delicious.
Well, that's just a great family memory. That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I mean that's great. But I hate pickles.
I think that probably started my love for pickles.
But the reason why pickles even existed is because we needed a way to store food that won't go bad. Right. So you're like, okay, we have to pickle it. So and then all of a sudden we started doing it for fun.
I drank half a jar of pickle juice last night.
It's supposed to be good for you. Right,
it's very refreshing. Yeah, it's supposed to be good for you, especially like if you just did a workout or
that's the vinegar.
Something. Yeah, it's supposed to help with what is it? Sore muscles. Yeah, it's supposed to help with that.
Do you work out to the point of sore muscles, Mike? Are you working out?
Not these days. Not these days.
No, I hate cucumbers. I will not eat them. I think they're disgusting.
So surprising. Okay. All right. My number 5 is candy corn.
Oh, come on.
What? Do you like it?
Yeah, candy corn's good.
It's like the worst candy of all time.
That's silly. This is silly. Come on, man. No, I think candy corn.
I will say this list was pretty hard for me because I think I have a pretty a wide palate. Like I'll eat a lot of stuff. So I was struggling, and candy corn made the bottom of my list.
I think candy corn is a victim of a consensus. What's it called when a bunch of people think something?
Consensus. Yeah.
No, the common knowledge, or what is it?
Common sense.
I don't know. It's not common sense. It's something else. There's an actual term for it.
I mean,
but where everybody thinks that something is true, then all of a sudden it's true, which is not true. Like candy corn's fine. Like eat it. What's wrong? It is waxy. It doesn't have a real good taste to it. I mean, if I had boiled candy and candy corn's in there, I'd take a couple bites, but I'm not going. I like those little pumpkin ones. The ones that look like pumpkins. It's candy corn, but they're pumpkins.
Okay.
They're like little bitty pumpkins. I love those.
Does the shape change the flavor, or are they actually like a different flavor?
They're a different flavor. They're a little more tart.
Okay.
A little more tart.
Yeah,
remember when we were kids? When we had to take our candy, our Halloween candy to the hospital to get X-ray?
I never did that, dude.
Nobody did that.
Did your parents do that?
No.
Okay.
We didn't go trick or treat. My parents were.
I remember it was offered. Like I remember seeing on the news, hey, you can take your candy to the emergency room or whatever, they'll X-ray it. But
we had to worry about that. We had to worry about white vans that would come around and pick up kids. We had to worry about lawn darts. It was a constant
lawn
worry.
Darts was a menace, dude.
Yeah, it was
I know at least 5 kids that were killed by lawn darts.
Yeah, I lost my best friend. He was walking down the street and a lawn dart came out the bushes and stabbed him in the face.
Right. Yeah, they'll do that.
And then a white van came by and picked him up.
You never know who's throwing lawn darts around.
All right. It's my turn?
Did you have lawn darts? We had, or someone in the neighborhood had lawn darts. They're big.
We just had guns and rifles.
Oh, we had BB guns.
Yeah, I had a bow and arrow. I would actually shoot it at my cousins.
Here's the dumbest thing we did. We had BB guns, and for some reason there was a pile of tires in my dad's yard. I don't know exactly why. No, not tires. I'm sorry. It was a doghouse. We would shoot at the doghouse, and sometimes the BBs would ricochet back at us.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It was stupid. Your number 4.
Tomatoes.
Oh my God. You're basically like listing my favorite foods.
Here's a caveat. It's a caveat.
Okay.
When you use tomatoes to make things like tomato sauce, or when they're like, if you buy canned tomatoes and like you put them in like chili, and like they're kind of dissolved into a sauce type deal. It might be a little skin here and there, but it's mostly like the tomato has been dissolved. Then I'll totally get down and eat that. But if someone is like, hey, I'm going to cut up a tomato and put it in a salad, I'm like, no, you're not. And you're not going to put a tomato on my burger. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
It's the consistency. It's the seeds. I'm not eating that. That's
plate, just a plate of a sliced tomato with a little bit of salt over top. There's nothing better than that.
I don't understand the appeal.
It's so good. It's umami. It's got all man, it's so good.
You know what? I think it's the umami thing. You don't
like umami. You don't like savory flavors?
I like savory, but umami's not savory.
Yeah, it is. Umami's just another word for savory.
Tomato it's the texture of it. It's just not the seed thing. I'm not a fan of the seed thing. Like
I can see how you don't like the texture, but the flavors
If someone would take a tomato and cut out all the seeds and I just get the meat, I might eat it. I theoretically might eat it. But those seeds, forget it. I don't want those in my mouth.
What about tomato juice?
No, God, ooh.
You know what I'm drinking right now?
Tomato juice?
Tomato juice.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
My wife's making French toast and bacon for breakfast.
Ooh, nice.
It's my birthday soon, so she's just doing it up.
Oh, very, very special. Very special.
But yeah, tomatoes. I'm not a fan.
Are you drinking any juice with the French toast and bacon?
No, probably some tea.
Tea. Okay.
I think she bought some Gatorade. We're kind of hungover.
Okay.
What about you? All right, what number are we?
Durian is my number 4.
What is that?
It's this Asian fruit.
Durian. I've heard of it. I think it stinks, right?
It smells really foul. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't taste much better.
When are you eating durian?
I've had it before. I've had it like once, and I will never have it again.
Yeah. What's it taste like?
Something rotten. Tastes like you're eating something rotten. Rotten banana, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Worse than a rotten banana, I think, but along the lines of a rotten banana. There's another fruit called a jackfruit that looks a lot like a durian, but it's like jackfruit's fucking huge. It's like bigger than a baseball, bigger than a watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a durian looks similar, but it's like maybe avocado sized. Something like that. That's gross.
I've never had it.
Well, don't.
Why were you eating durian?
I mean, I like trying whatever. I'll try whatever. There's like 3 things that are off of my list that I'll never try. I don't eat brain.
What brain?
Brain.
Okay, you can buy that at the store, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't eat sex organs. and I don't eat assholes.
Okay, I'm not going any further with that one.
Anything else is open game. I'll eat whatever once just to try it out. So that's why I ate durian. Yeah.
I'm not.
But those 3 things I'm not eating. I don't eat those 3 things.
A couple things. Isn't there a thing where you can get a disease from eating brain?
See, that's what. Mad cow disease. Mad cow disease is from cows eating, I think, cow brains.
Yeah, that's some kind of disease. Humans can get it too. And also, there was a podcast I listened to that talked about calamari. You know, when you get fried calamari.
Yeah, delicious.
It's a conspiracy theory that fried calamari is actually pig butthole. So, like, the idea is like there's not enough calamari out there in the world for people to eat calamari. So what you're actually eating is fried pig asshole.
So they're saying it's not asshole. They're saying it's intestines, right? Because that would be
pretty much.
I've had
but that's actually
I've had intestines, and it doesn't taste like calamari.
So. That's the next on my list, actually.
Intestines,
chitlins.
Okay.
Have you ever had chitlins?
I don't know. How are chitlins prepared? What takes a raw intestine and turns it into a chitlin?
All right, so what you do is you first of all get the chitlins and you have to clean them. So it's a whole process of cleaning them. And if I remember correctly, you just have to like boil them for a very long period of time, and they smell real bad. I mean, it's bad because it's what it is. Right. Then after you boil them for a long period of time, I think you put some seasoning and stuff in there and you just keep cooking them. I think it's like I've had chitlins once. Okay. And it was been a long time ago. And I remember I was a kid. I was walking down to my grandmother's house and I smelled it before I got there. And it had to be one of those like internal, like instinctual, like DNA things. Cause I've never smelled it before and I've never eaten it before, but I knew exactly what it was. I was like, oh my God, this chitlins. And like, I knew that she was making it for me because like she just wanted me to experience it as a cultural event. But it was absolutely the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life. Yeah. It was really nasty.
It's big black food.
Yeah. Yeah, it's big black food. Big black food.
Yeah.
American black food.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to eat it with hot sauce.
That could make it. I mean, hot sauce makes most things better.
But like, I go back and forth with this because like the reason why I have a hard time with this is because like, it is true that black people ate chitlins, but it wasn't because chitlins was delicious. It was because black people got
because that's what was available to them, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so, like, do you celebrate a culture by doing something that they didn't want to do? Like, is that? And I guess like you do it to experience.
Well, now like oxtail's super expensive cut of meat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It used to be cheap.
So yeah, so chitlins is definitely on my list of the foods I won't eat. It's pretty disgusting, but I do respect the fact that my ancestors had to eat it. You know,
but it's kind of weird because I think it probably tastes gross, and it reminds me I've had tripe in soup before, and I think it's more just the texture of the tripe that I don't like more than the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what tripe is, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, is that cow stomach, right?
I mean, I guess they both cow and pig. I guess it's both called tripe. I don't know.
Ugh.
Yeah, but the texture is just kind of disgusting. But on the other hand, hot dogs and sausages are way better when they're inside of an intestine.
Yeah, it's called something, not tripe, but it's called something when you actually have a casing from the intestine. You can use that to make sausages.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know. I know it's like pig intestine.
I saw Beat Bobby Flay and he used it.
Yeah, but like chitlins is bad, but hot dogs with pig intestines are great.
Okay, yeah.
It's a dichotomy.
Well, I think it's the way it's prepared.
The intestinal dichotomy is what it is.
Yeah, it's the way it's prepared, you know.
Right.
Can you eat everything out of a pig or out of a cow? Can you eat all of it?
Well, like I said, I don't eat sex organs, brains, or assholes.
Can you even buy a sex organ? You can't even purchase that.
For sure you can. Yeah,
where would you get it from?
People eat balls all the time.
Oh, yeah. What they call it Colorado oysters.
Rocky Mountain oysters is one of the...
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't.
I think I ate those. Hang on.
And I'm pretty sure I've seen cow penis in a store before.
All right, my wife said I did not eat Rocky Mountain oysters.
So this was a live fact check. On the pod. Okay.
Yeah.
You have not had Rocky Mountain oysters. I have not either. Yeah.
Ugh. Why won't you?
My wife had them. She said it tastes like brain.
Has she eaten brain?
Yeah. She's Asian, so she's eaten more weird stuff than
she is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, we're just a white dude and a black dude, both married to other races.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't ask.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess I didn't tell.
Whose turn is it?
I said durian for number 4.
I said chitlins.
You said tomatoes for number 4, and then you said chitlins for number 3. Yeah. So I'm up. It's raw shrimp.
Why not?
It's gross, man. I love shrimp. I love shrimp of all kinds. So
it's weird that you won't eat. It's weird you won't eat raw shrimp.
Yeah, it is weird. I was at a sushi restaurant. I was like, man, I love shrimp in every possible way. So I got some raw shrimp on I don't know if it was like sashimi or if it was not sashimi, nigiri, or if it was sushi roll.
Mm-hmm.
But it was probably nigiri, and raw shrimp is super gross.
What is it? The veins? Is it the texture? What is it?
It's the flavor, just the whole flavor. Not good. Nope.
But like people get cocktails, like those shrimp cocktail stuff.
Those are cooked. Those are steamed.
Wait. You can't eat raw shrimp.
Are you supposed to? Go to a sushi restaurant, and apparently you can order raw shrimp.
No, that's not good for you. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it does not taste good.
Yeah.
It tastes like, I don't know. I remember it tasting kind of sour somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just super gross.
Ugh.
But yeah, cold cocktail shrimp, delicious.
I gained or I acquired an allergy to shrimp about 10 years ago, so I can't eat it.
Really? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, and this might not be true, but I don't know, but maybe it's an old wives' tale, but if you eat something, especially shellfish, enough, your body will... It happened to my baby sister too. She one day she was like...
I think it happens to some people because some people some people went like paleo and they started eating tons and tons of eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they're allergic to eggs.
Wow. Really? Oof.
Yeah.
Imagine being allergic to eggs.
Yeah.
I would, well, oof. Yeah. That's like a big part of my diet is eggs. All right. I'm on number 2, right? It's me?
Yes. Number 2, you.
All right. I'm going to go say liver is one of the foods I don't particularly like to eat. Liver.
All right. But I know that you are a big fan of liver pudding and liver mush.
Ah, that's true. But it's different. Because
yeah, it's different. It's different.
Let's be honest with you. Liver mush, or as some people say in Pennsylvania, scrapple, it's called something else somewhere other places too. Let's be honest with you, Mike. You're just getting everything they scrape up off the floor. So you gotta kind of close your eyes and realize that's what's happening. And it's not necessarily pure liver. It's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah, it's not pure liver, yeah, for sure.
It's probably liver, it's probably some intestines, it's a little bit of meat. It's got the same kind of flavor profile as sausage, but you're getting the other end of it. So it's Listen, I will ride and die for some liver mush and scrapple. I will eat that until my brain pops out. I absolutely love it. It's delicious.
Right.
But I understand that some people think it's disgusting. But liver, like a pure thing of liver fried up.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever actually eaten pure liver.
It's real bitter and not good. It's just like, it's a weird meat to eat. It's
Aren't you supposed to like serve it with vinegar or something?
I don't know. That's a really good question. But it's just not, it's not tasty. It's just kind of like, ugh, you know? And again, it proves my point that you don't have to eat everything. Like there's some foods you shouldn't have to eat, you know, and that's one of them.
Now, don't people like chicken gizzards? What is a gizzard? Is that liver or is that something else?
I think it is liver. Chicken gizzard.
But it's like fried. They fry it just like fried chicken.
Yeah. Let me find out. Hang on. Let me find out real quick. Give me 1 second. Chicken gizzards.
Because like there's still some chicken restaurants, fried chicken restaurants where you can get like chicken gizzards.
Oh yeah, there's places down south you can get everything.
Yeah.
What are chicken gizzards? It's so funny when Google pops up and gives me the AI stuff. I think everybody just scrolls down, right? Like I'm not reading that.
Right.
I'm not reading that made up stuff. Chicken gizzards, the giblets. Gizzard is a part of the chicken's digestive system, similar to the stomach, and is usually included in the giblet pack when you purchase a whole chicken. They're typically slow cooked and taste similar to dark meat. There you go.
Interesting. Okay. I think you can also get like fried fried chicken liver, I think, at some places.
Yeah, probably. Yep.
I imagine that makes it taste better.
Yeah, I agree.
My number 2 is...
You fry anything, it's delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. My number 2 is green bean casserole.
Oh, come on.
What?
Green bean casserole is good.
You don't like cucumbers and you like green bean casserole?
I mean, if it's cooked correctly, I'll eat some green bean casserole. But as a whole, I'm not willing to say that green bean casserole is nasty. I gotta be honest.
You probably I don't actually remember what it tastes like. But just the ingredients is disgusting.
Yeah, it's sort of like
because it's like a can of green beans or whatever, a can of cream of mushroom soup.
No. You get fresh green beans and cook them, man. You don't get a can of green beans.
I mean, maybe some people do.
Yeah, people who know how to cook. You haven't had good green bean casserole. That's the problem.
I mean, it was invented by like Campbell's or something. I think
they invented it
for their canned. Yeah, I think
no way.
So.
Huh. Well, I was talking to my wife about canned foods. Why was canned food such a thing? And is it still a thing?
I almost put canned soup on my list.
Yeah, canned tomatoes and canned beans and stuff. I get, but I don't understand. I don't get getting canned soup. You can get box soups
as part of being sick. I had my wife go out and get some Progresso soups for me. I don't know how you have chicken in a chicken noodle soup that's like dry and tough and disgusting. But Progresso has figured it out. And then I got like a Italian sausage and like potato and something soup. And the Italian sausage was like the exact same as that chicken. It was tough, disgusting. Reminded me of like dog food.
Mm.
Canned soup's not good.
Mm-mm. I wouldn't eat it. No one should eat it either. Canned anything is bad. Who knows what's going on there?
I remember like growing up, like we had tons of Campbell's canned soup in the house.
Yeah, because if they're cheap and they last last forever, basically, right? Theoretically, I mean, they have to go rotten at some point.
And my brother loved the chicken noodle soup in a Campbell's can, but I never really got into it.
But like those canned foods don't last forever, right? Like
they last a super long time though.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Is that your number one or number two?
Number two is green bean casserole.
Oh, so that was your number one? Oh, that's
I've got one more to go. We both got one more to go.
Well, we gotta wrap up. My number one, and this is not number one as far as like the number one food I don't like. It's just on the list. I'm not a big fan of pasta salad.
I can see that. Yeah. I did have a good pasta salad recently at like some Hawaiian restaurant.
This is too much mayo in there, man. Mayo should be used as a little bit of lightness to go on a sandwich.
Yeah, this one was light on the mayo. It wasn't like a huge component of the pasta salad. Yeah.
Well, if it's light on the mayo, what else is there?
I mean, it was a real simple salad. It was basically just pasta, a really light coating of mayo, and like finely shredded carrots, as far as I could tell. But it tasted good.
Yeah. Yeah.
They probably had some kind of seasoning in there too that I couldn't figure out what it was, but it was good.
I will give an honorable mention to celery. I don't like celery either.
I love the smell of celery, and I love celery in certain foods.
No, celery's nasty.
Stuffing? You can't have stuffing without celery.
Yes, you can. I make it all the time.
Get out of here, dude.
I make it all the time. You don't need celery and stuffing.
Clam chowder without celery?
I don't eat clam chowder. What's your number one?
What? Jambalaya without celery?
I'm not a big fan of jambalaya.
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't like it's just too much stuff, man. Everything gets lost in the sauce. What's your number one?
My number one is kimchi.
Oh yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, super gross.
But I think people are eating kimchi wrong. I'm saying that to the entire society.
I like sauerkraut though. I like sauerkraut.
I'm telling the entire
but
society.
Sauerkraut's a more mild, rotten cabbage flavor than kimchi is.
Do you know people who just get a bowl of kimchi and eat it?
My wife.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. It's so strong. I think kimchi is good and like a little thing to make something tasty.
Like she'll add it into ramen too and stuff like that. But
that makes sense.
She will just eat straight kimchi.
Does your wife make you ramen?
Yes, but it's instant ramen. It's like instant ramen plussed up, Yeah.
Yeah. It's still good.
Yeah.
Still good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good list. I mean, nothing on your list makes me super upset. I think everything is right. I think my list was a little more upsetting than yours.
Yeah, your first two really upset me, dude. They're sort of like daggers to my heart.
Well, they're nasty. They're just really nasty. Ugh.
Like one of the things I'm eating these days to try to not eat such high calorie foods is like I'll get a bowl of cucumbers, like put a little bit of cheese in there, a little bit of bacon bits, and some Italian dressing, and eat it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's no
lettuce.
So this is what I would eat at the salad bar when my mom would take me to a salad bar when I was like in elementary school, and that's as close as I could get to like eating a salad back in the day. Mm-hmm. So there's definite nostalgia component to it, but also it's just a good way to eat a lot of cucumbers and kind of fill you up with cucumbers versus worse foods.
Well, cucumbers are nasty, so there you go.
So.
That is our top 5 worst foods.
Top 5 worst foods.
Yes. So, Mike, how can people share these with other people so they can fight about it on the internet?
So, we're going to do like 50 of these. See if we get an audience by the time we hit our 50th episode. And if not, then we're going to call it quits, right?
How many do we have so far?
We're over 10 now. So, we're like 1/5 of the way through.
Oh, all right. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, just hit that share button, man. Share it with whoever, your social medias. Just please hit the share button. Share it with whatever your favorite social media is. Tell them you really love listening to this podcast. You agreed with me or you agreed with Jay about like the 5 worst foods, or Most of our lists are garbage, and here's your 5 worst foods. Whatever, just get the conversation started. Share a link to the podcast. Help us grow the audience. Because I think if we don't get like 1,000 listeners by the time we hit 50 episodes, we're donezo.
Toast.
That's right. That's right.
And listen, like, this is trying times. So our podcast is going to help you.
It's going to help you out.
Take a break. Yeah. Take a break from trying times and hopefully, like, pay attention to something else. That's the goal.
Every episode is about half an hour.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Perfect time.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.